Hey everybody, welcome. It is Monday, March 14th, Pi Day, and we are here for the first day of my March class. So just let me know when you get here. Ugh, this seems like echoey. Oh, wrong way. All the way down. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait a few seconds, see who pops on, and but otherwise I'm gonna get going pretty soon here. Because I think most people watch later anyway. Oh, I gotta get over to comments so I can see you saying that you're here. Jeez. Okay, comments are going. Let me know. Can you hear me? Hey, Vicky. Awesome. So I assume you can hear me. Um, it seems like everything's good on my end. So just want to double check, and then we're gonna get going. So I see 4 eyeballs, and okay. Is everybody good? Sounds good. I can always hear a little echo on my end, so I just feel like I need to check. But all right, let's get into it. So today, hi Deborah. Um, Today and tomorrow, hey Julie, hey Darlene. Today and tomorrow, March online class. I am continuing the sea life theme, and this time we're using the Waves of Ocean paper pack. So this class is different than the last couple that I've done. So the last couple have had like use this code, order these things, and then I send you the rest of the bits and pieces to make all the stuff. This one, oh good, Vicky, thanks. This one is just a flat out fee, and all of the materials are cut, scored, prepped for you. Each will be in its own envelope. Like I fold all the pieces up into individual envelopes. So you're going to get 8 cards, actually. I know I said 6 last week, but when I was getting down to it this weekend, I couldn't make up my mind. So we're going to do 8 cards, envelopes. And then those of you that get the class packet, you're also going to get a bonus project idea tutorial in the tutorial. So it's like a tutorial inside the tutorial. It's going to have its own video with a private link that will be available in the PDF. So I'm going to take signups for just a week because I have to order things. So you're going to get, like I said, the 8 cards, envelopes, and a pack of the jewels. So everybody's going to get their own pack of jewels. I know these are a hot thing now, but we're using them on just about every card. So you're going to get that and the PDF. Can't think. I think that's it. So let's go down here. Let's get started. So we're going to do 4 cards today and then 4 cards tomorrow. And after I do the cards tonight, I will show you a peek at the what the bonus project is. Okay. So let's do solo layout. So continuing with the ocean theme, I've designed these so that you can use any stamp set that you have. So the ones that I'm using are, I pulled out all my stuff, the same 4 that I used for my workshop, but that I threw in Sailing Home because actually I forgot I had this last week. Whoopsie. So we're using Friends Are Like Seashells, Whale Done, Seascape, Sailing Home, Seize the Day, and then I'm bringing in 2 greeting sets. So again, it's going to be whatever you have that will fit the pieces that we're doing. So I'm using Happy and Heartfelt. This is in the current mini, and then Biggest Wish because these are just awesome. Love them. All right, and then our gems. So I just love these. I'm not necessarily a fan of blue in general, like as the color, but I like all the ocean stuff. So let's get let me get my scratch paper. Okay, so for this first one, recently I had done some triple time stamping with some friends, and I thought we'll do the same kind of thing, but with designer paper cutouts. So this one we've got Calypso Coral. 5.5 by 8.5. Fold that in half. Let me get this out of the way. Where's my favorite bone folder? Calypso Coral. There are so many different colors in these papers, in these Waves of Ocean paper. I love them. Then we've got Whisper White, 4 by 5.25. That's for the inside. Then we've got This is about it's just a hair under 4¼ by 5½. The notch end means I want you to stamp on this and either cut something out, punch something, die cut, you know, something. Then we've got Petal Pink. So Calypso Coral and Petal Pink together. And this is, let me check my notes, 4 by 5¼ And actually, I had these separated by layers. All of these measurements are going to be on my blog, so don't you worry if you don't feel like writing it down. So all these little pieces go together. So 4 by 5¼ 2¾ by 4⅛, and then 1⅛ by 2½. So we're going to stack these up. So what I did was I took a 4 by 5¼ piece of designer paper, and I pulled out the stitched rectangles dies, and I just realized that's got a little hairy edge. That's got to come off of there. Okay. So I took my stitched rectangles dies, and this is another tip that whenever I'm cutting something with the dies, hey Sean, Toni, whatever works. Whenever I'm cutting things with dies and like I'm going to cut a lot of them, or like in this case where I don't want them to change position, I use press and seal. So I laid out these dies on this 4 by 5¼ piece of designer paper, and I put press and seal over it. And then I will run this through. I'm going to keep these on here like all week until I'm done cutting stuff. Okay. So this is just, we're going to layer these on. And I didn't bother cutting stuff out of the inside. I'm okay with just building it up. Not a big deal. So let's start by gluing all of our pieces on. So this is, like I said, the triple time technique, but instead of stamping stuff, oh, see that side's pretty too. Instead of stamping cardstock, we're just, the triple part is our designer paper. Yeah, I had a hard time picking which sides to use for which papers, because I love orange, I love yellow, but then some of the really, you know, blue and green ones, like more like ocean waves, ugh, they don't make it easy to pick. Oh, and let me mention another thing. So when I say which dies I use, so like in my instructions, I'll say stitched rectangles dies, numbers 1, 4, and 8. So let me bring this back. This is what I mean. This is how I store my dies on these magnet things. Well, even the other magnet things I used, it doesn't matter. I still used them. So in my head, I number them. So 1 was the very largest size. So 2, 3, 4, I use that one. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will put in the instructions, I used, you know, the rectangle dies 1, 4, and 8. And that's what I mean. Because sometimes, I mean, trying to measure these things, sometimes they're like less than a 1/16 of an inch. I mean, you guys think I'm bad with going down 1/16 of an inch anyway. They're nuts. Oh, I gotta emboss that one. So we're gonna emboss a greeting on this middle piece. Then, actually, I can go ahead and layer this. So I'm gonna glue this down flat. And I'm gonna pop up the greeting and my shells. So I already went ahead. So, and this is just covering it up. So, ooh, actually that was upside down because I want my patterns to match. Or is it? It's kind of kooky. I think it goes like this. Yeah, so we're just stacking these up, emboss that. I already went ahead on my white piece and stamped shells from the Friends Are Like Seashells in Calypso Coral. And then we're just going to ink blend some Petal Pink on here and add them. So this part I wanted to show you. The dies for the Friends Are Like Seashells, it doesn't cut this big shell out entirely. Let me see if I brought it back here. Yeah. So this one, so it almost cuts it out. But, you know, this whole die cuts like a 1/4 sheet out. So you just have to go around, and there's a couple places that you would have to snip to get it out of there. But I just wanted you to show you, like, this is how it looks if you don't already have it. So let's see, we've got a snip here and here. And of course, you know, if you didn't have the dies, you could just cut all this by hand, because this guy's a big enough stamp. And then I'm going to get rid of these little bits. All right, and then we're almost done. There. And if you didn't like that, you could go back in, like I said, and just trim it up even a little closer. Whatever you want. Let me get this out of here. All right, so we're going to ink blend these. We're going to emboss the greeting on this. Now I'm going to do white embossing on this pattern. So your pattern from whatever piece of designer paper you end up with might be different. So I feel like this is dark enough over everything that I can emboss white on it. You may need to emboss gold or stamp in black, or if you got like a really light section, you could stamp in Calypso Coral. It'll be hit or miss, like whatever you get. So I'm using the greeting, happy birthday to my beautiful friend. And that is from the Friends Are Like Seashells. All right. And actually I need to bring this a little closer. Okay. So we stamp in Versamark. We're going to add white embossing powder. Oh, right here. Ooh, and then I wanted to show you something from the cards last week. I'm going to hit this a couple times. Let's do 3, my normal. All right. So I hope this shows up. I can tell I got it a little crooked. That's disappointing. But we'll see. I felt like even using the Calypso Coral wouldn't be dark enough. So actually this is a one and done. So if it doesn't work out, someone's going to get this card either way. All right, let's heat this up. Oh, and I forgot my clothespin or whatever. My little my bamboo tongs from my Pampered Chef so I don't burn my finger. Okay, so I can read that. I'm happy enough with it. I feel like maybe I should have just gone ahead and stamped it in black, but I really wanted the white. It'll have to do, right? Okay. And the fact that it's crooked, ugh, 2 strikes. Fail. All right, glue on that. And then, like I said, I do want to pop this one up and pop up some of the seashells. Okay. Ooh, yeah, I like that. All right, now let's get our Petal Pink ink and a blending brush. And, oop, let me wipe this off a little bit. I don't like to let Versamark sit on my stamps, especially not the photopolymer ones. I know it's probably not that big a deal, but that's just me. Okay, let's pick the orange sponge. Ooh, because Petal Pink, I mean, I would put it in with the oranges. A very light orange. I know it says pink in the name, but it's just got a real orangey tint. So this, I just want to go over all of it, really. I'm not even just bothering to get just the edges, especially on this teeny tiny one, because I really do want them to be more orangey. All right, and then we'll go around our little starfish. So I got all of these pieces out of a quarter sheet. So that's why you're going to get that. And all your layers are going to be cut. Everything's going to be ready for assembly. Now, if you don't have petal pink, what do? Well, you pick a different color, or you could use a marker, or you could use crumb cake. That's always good. If you had Calypso Coral, you could use that for your ink blending. I mean, just, go lighter around the edges. You could even use a different color. I think, so it says petal pink on the back of the pack of this paper, but I'm pretty sure Blushing Bride would work also. So, I like that. I really like I like it with the petal pink. More orangey. Okay, so that's that. Let's put this away. And then let's get back to our assembly. Let's do this. Whoops, let's put this guy on the inside. And of course, you could stamp on your envelope if you wanted. You could stamp on the inside piece here. Choices are yours. Okay. Flat, flat. I love it. I tell you, when I use this glue, I feel like it makes the cards so much sturdier. All right, and then we'll get this one centered-ish. That is one thing about the largest rectangle size. Notice that this is just like a hair bigger, this border, than this. It's a little wonky. Like, it's not exactly the perfect layering rectangle. But, I mean, I guess you don't really notice entirely. I just notice it every single time. Like, they're off by like a 1/16 of an inch. Crazy. All right, now let's do, ooh, yeah, I like this. I love the oranges. All right, we're going to pop this up. I've seen quite a few people do this triple time with these papers. And it is neat. Now, if you didn't have the Friends Are Like Seashells, this is what I said at the beginning, or when I did set up the ad. Any seashell, any nautical theme is going to be fine. And you know what? This big one, I may not even use this big one because it's so big. Yep, I'm going to use that for something else. So, and then I'm going to want just a group of 3. So I think I'm going to use, I got to use the sand dollar because I like that one. Starfish, got to have him. And then I think this, whatever this is. I don't know all the names of the shells, but that's okay. All right. So I want these like in a little cluster. Boop, boop, boop. Maybe I do put this one here and this little one here. Yeah. Because I don't want to cover up any of those words. Okay. Actually, you know what? I can just put it right here. I don't really want it off by itself. Okay, good. Now, gems. Everybody that signs up for class is going to get their pack of gems. Excuse me. And guess what? We don't have any. They're orange. But we're going to color it. So I don't have the light Calypso Coral. I only have the dark Calypso Coral Stampin' Blend. So it's going to work. I'm going to take the lightest blue. And I think in this case, it's a toss-up between this and this. So we're just going to go with this one. And it just has to be tinted a little bit orange. Doesn't have to be entirely same. Just a little something. And then I want to do a big one too. So we're going to let this dry for a second. Okay, that is orange enough for me. Although, let me color some more because I don't know why, but I've been putting a lot of gems on my cards lately. I mean, like before I would do 3. I would always do groups, 2 and 1. But lately I've been doing like 5 or 7 rhinestones, especially those iridescent rhinestones. Oh my God. I love them. Okay, let's blow on this and I'll have a drink of water. I got a frog in my throat. Is anybody else like exhausted today? I think it's from every year the time change just bothers me. I feel like I didn't get hardly any sleep. All right, putting this here. Ooh, yeah, I like it. 1, and then another one right here. And then our 5th one. And I can't tell if my comments stopped or if you guys stopped. Either's fine. All right, let's put this right there. I love it. Okay, so this is our card number 1. And of course, you'll have your envelope. So Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. So that's our triple time. All right, turn the page on my notes. Now we're going to get to Well Done. Ooh, this time I'm using these diorama dies. Excuse me, guys. Ugh, I'm really froggy. All right, so we're going to use Happy and Heartfelt, a greeting to be determined, and Well Done. Oh, and I need my whale punch. Oh, where is it? Oh, should have had it right there. So if you don't have the whale, use a different, little different something. All right, let's go over what we have. Just Jade, 5.5 by 8.5, and I've already cut it out with. This isn't the largest in the dioramas, but it fits. It's like the whole card cover. All right, so Just Jade. Then you've got a tag, Granny Apple Green, Emboss Green for the greeting. Actually, let's go from the bottom. And we've got a piece of Granny Apple Green. This is 4 by 5.25, and then I cut the pattern different, so it doesn't exactly, line up, but it fits. Then we've got a piece of the designer paper. This is, I think, 3 by 4. Yep, 3 by 4. So this has to go behind this piece, behind the Granny Apple piece. So we're going to have it like that. Ooh, I love it. Or you could use this side. Ugh. I really like that side, but I think I was going to stamp on it. That's right. So I do need the lighter side. All right, then we've got the 2 pieces that I've cut out. I'm going to give these to you. I'm going to put these in your kit because you can do something else with them. Use it on a different card, make a tag, do something. Then we've got a piece of Coastal Cabana, and this is to go behind all of this. So once we glue the Granny Apple Green on and then our designer paper on, it's going to look like that on the back side of it. I mean, I don't mind that necessarily. I mean, I guess you could like add more, like add another whale or something, or cut out some stuff, but I figured I would just want to cover it up. So I'm going to leave that to you. That the choice is yours. You're going to get the piece, either way. Then we're going to have white 4 by 5.25 for the inside. Let me put that in. And then another white that is the just under 4.25 by 5.5 with the notch cut off to do your stamping. All right, let me put this one in. Now Just Jade is going away. I wonder what green we'll have. It seems like we always have a green and or a blue in the in colors. And I don't think there's been one a green that I have not liked. But then again, I do like green. Okay, so for the Granny Apple Green, now I'm going to use Granny Apple Green. If you don't have that, you could use Versamark. But I want to stamp some of the leaves and stuff, seaweed or whatever it is, around. And then maybe some more of the animals too. We'll see. All right, so I want these to kind of go next to each other. So I'm just going to mount them together. So only like a little bit of this is going to peek out, but I just want something there. And I know these corners are going to be covered up, but again, that's fine. I just don't want it to be naked. All right, let's wipe this guy off. Squeak, squeak, squeak. All right, let me put this, make a pile. And I think I'm going to do some little fishies. And that'll be it. I don't need to have a ton of stuff, but just something so it's not naked. Okay. That's it for Granny Apple Green. Ooh, ink already. I swear every year as we get to the retired list, it's always anxiety. Like, what's going to be on the list? I know one of these seashells or sea life sets are going to go. I'm just surprised they've got 4 already. All right, now I'm going to put glue just around the edge here. Oops, try to keep it contained. Now I know that this is going to fit around this, but see how close that cut is, like right here to the edge? But I did already practice this, so I don't think any of the glue is going to escape. Okay. Nice. All right, a little bit dead. Pretty, pretty. Okay, now this piece is going to go here. So again, I want some little stuff there. So I'm going to get my, this time I'm going to go with, it's either Coastal Cabana or Pool Party. So I still want these in the Granny Apple Green. But then I'm going to add some other little fishies. All right. So just a little bit of a scene. And then we have to stamp our whale and punch him out. All right, Coastal Cabana and Pool Party. Let's do Pool Party first. And I think Seahorsey will be Pool Party. And Turtle will be Coastal Cabana. All right. Oh, nice. Cute, cute, cute. And I don't need a ton. I feel like I already added too much, but that's okay. All right, Coastal Cabana, Turtle, he could have probably been in the Just Jade, because I think I've had that conversation with myself, right? Turtles are more green, but That's okay. Mine's going to be blue. And this is all I wanted anyway, was just to make it a little bit of, like there's a little something going on in there. I like it. Okay, now this time, I don't necessarily want to put it around all the edges. Where's my glue? I know it's going to go right here. Actually, it's better for me to do the glue on this part this time, the green part, instead of the paper. All right, it's going the right direction. And I'm just centering that. And I did get some slopped out, but that's okay. You know, I'm not really heartbroken over leaving it like this. For some reason, I thought it would look ugly and I would want to cover it up. So you're still going to have the choice. For now, I think I'm going to leave it because I could go back and add something. I like it. So let's see, our white piece, I'm going to put this in my pile. I already have like a little scrap that I want to use up. So we need a turtle in Just Jade or Bermuda Bay. Just Jade, I think that's good. Like, not turtle, whale. Although turtle would be fine too, right? He just would be facing the wrong direction. Because since the card's going, I want the, I want him to face inside. And that's just me being a jerk. All right, let's put this here. Let's go with Bermuda Bay. And if I don't like it, I'll go with Coastal Cabana. Stamp it off. I think I'm going to like the Bermuda. Let's just do them both, right? See which one looks better. I've also been trying to limit the colors that I was using because I didn't want you guys to have 100 different ink pads. Ooh, I kind of like that too. Ugh. All right, while I get this cleaned up, turtle looks greener next to the granny apple. I guess it does a little bit. Hi, Peggy. All right, so you guys tell me, which do we think is better? It's either going to be Bermuda Bay or what was this one? Coastal Cabana. And then the greeting is going to be embossed in white. So let me clean this and let me get an opinion. I could go either way. I like them both. This one, the stamped off of Bermuda Bay, I'll use that on a different card, but I'm not real wild about how that turned out. All right, so I need green, or I need Versamark. Bermuda Bay. Okay. Sean, good call. Okay. Let's see. Am I getting it right? My eyeballs don't want to work. All right. There we go. Oh, boo. I should have cut that guy off first. Oh, well. Now, this would also be a good opportunity to have a wobbler on your card, like I did before, but I'm not doing a wobbler on this one. But I am going to pop them up. All right, let's get rid of this. So, dimensionals. Let's use these up around the edge. And one right here. And then, like I said, we're going to, ooh, I love that. Oh, yeah, I love it. Love it, love it. So I want to emboss the greeting. Yeah, that may have to, this is the tailored tag. I may decide to cut this. I may want it smaller, but we're going to see. All right, so greeting choices. I wanted to use happy and heartfelt. Let's go ahead and hit this with the embossing buddy. And get this. So I think I wanted to fit, it's either You Matter to Me, Thank You, Yay for Love. Heck yeah. That could fit too. Yes, most of these fit in here. I think I'm going to do You Matter to Me. Put one on the outside and one on the inside. Oh, do you mean the whales? The one that I just wrecked? I could put this one on the inside, Darlene. Yeah, if that's what you meant. That is a good idea. The one that I didn't ruin. All right, You Matter to Me. Let's see if I can get this straight-ish. So, Stampin' Versamark, add our white powder. So one time I was doing something and I didn't have my embossing powder labeled correctly. I grabbed the heat and stick instead of the white powder. So then I had to go back. I had stamped it in white ink. I had to go back and add glitter to like try to cover it up. That was interesting. So it did have the white come through the background, and then I think it was like iridescent ice embossing powder from a long time ago or something. But I've since had to label my heat and stick, so I didn't grab that again. All right, You Matter to Me. Let's heat this up. Okay. Nice. I think that's all the embossing we're going to do for tonight. So I got a little few smudgies there. That does bother me, but I'm going to have to live with it, right? Okay, so this, I didn't really want to cover everything up, like all of our goodies that we stamped on there. I'm going to trim this. And then try to trim the exact same amount off of there. Hey, that's pretty good. Nice. And then I'll put that here. Dimensionals again. So it changes the shape of the tailored tag punch a little bit, but that's okay. And then we're going to finish with some gems on here. And this time we don't have to color them. You Matter to Me. Yeah. All right. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So let's do a bunch. Let's do all the colors. Big one. Big one. Little one. Little one. Another little one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more. How about a big green one? And whatever color this one. Okay. Ooh, I like it. I feel like I could have 2 more up here. You know what? Why not? Let's do a small one and a big one. So they're kind of like going up that way. I love it. Oof. Yeah, I thought about that like a week or so ago when I noticed that I've been using more gems and rhinestones and sequins and stuff. I'm like, why not? What am I saving them for? Plus, I bought 2 packs of these, so there will always be something else. So it's not the end of the world if I use up this whole thing. Okay. Could you read the writing on the glitter saying? Yes, Julie, actually I could. And you know what? That was a Christmas card. I already mailed it to someone. But I'm going to find, I posted it on my blog. It looked kind of weird, but you could still read it for total. Yeah, for sure. Like if you were a stamper, you would look at it and say, yeah, something went wrong here. And there was an attempt to fix it. But if you didn't know, you'd be like, oh, it's pretty and glittery. All right. So next, card number 3. So back with the orange and yellows because I love it. We're using a pumpkin pie base, 5.5 by 8.5. And I try to do the cards like landscape, portrait, so we have an even amount. This one will be pretty easy. So 4 by 5.25. This is for the inside. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Now I'm not doing much of any stamping on the inside bits, but you know, you always have that option. All right, let's put this in here, and I think we're doing okay on time. All right, now we've got, so this was pumpkin pie, 5.5 by 8.5. Now I've got Daffodil Delight. This is 5 by 3 3/4, so down a 1/4 inch from like my normal. Then the designer paper, this is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So I just cut it down 1/8 of an inch. All right, so that's going to go there. Now you have this is from the Seascape dies. So I've cut you a goldfish out of here, and all your bits are going to be, we have to separate it a little bit. So we have to cut it apart here and then right here and here. But everything else will be out, like punched out for you. Now we do not have pumpkin pie glitter paper anymore. But I had like 2 packs of it in my stash. So we're using it because this is perfect for a big goldfish. Okay, so just separating a little, they're just like small little cuts that you have to make. And then down here to separate his fins. So if you wanted to save this to punch some stuff out of, you could get, you know, a couple little circle punches, some, you know, some little bits, go for it. I'm going to send you the whole piece. And that's like, maybe it was a 3 by 3 piece that I started out with. All right, now this. Cute, cute, cute. I love him. All right, Greeting. This is cut out of the, excuse me, Tasteful Labels dies. So again, we're going to pick something that fits on here. Actually, I wanted to use Hello this time from The Biggest Wish. I really love the fonts. So let me grab a block. And this time I want to stamp him in pumpkin pie. I was going to stamp some more of the sea life stuff around on the yellow, but I don't really, I'm not digging it now. I think I just want this pumpkin pie and some gems. Nice. So I am going to color some more of the gems orange though, because I don't feel like greens or blues are going to work here. So actually let's do that. So again, Calypso Coral Dark, because this is the darkest. Actually, you know what? I have Cajun Craze too. Let me get that. See if that might be darker. Ooh. All right. And then I think these were, ooh, I'm going to have to compare these to the ones that I colored before with the Calypso Coral. Actually, let me bring that back in. Okay, so I like, this was a Calypso Coral marker on these gems. This is like the 3rd group of 2 over. So I like that to go with the Calypso Coral. But I like the Cajun Craze, this is a better match for pumpkin pie. So interesting. Something to keep in mind. I guess 5 will do. That'll be fine. All right, let's glue these together. We're going to pop Goldie up. I did have a goldfish when I was growing up. That was one of those big giant ones, and I called her Goldie. She did not live very long. She was part of a science experiment where I had to train goldfish, just regular goldfish, to eat out of a certain shape styrofoam, piece of styrofoam, like that you would sit in their water. You can train them, they do learn. But then I got Goldie because I wanted to see, oh, do the bigger ones matter? And that, nerd alert, was not even for the science project. I was just wanted to see if it would work. But yeah, she didn't live very long. Okay, let's put these up. Oof, we're gonna pop. Now see these little it's like the little fins. I think you could push them and have them like sit up so you can see their gills or whatever, but I think it gets lost in the glitter paper. I think if you had cut this out of regular cardstock and then maybe did some ink blending or something over it or sponging, that would pick up the gills, but no, not for this. All right, so we're just going to put 2 here. She did give her life for science, Peggy. Her life was only about science. Yeah, and she died when we were on vacation. I was so mad. Like our neighbors had been watching the animals. And it seemed like every time we went on vacation, something died, like, whatever animal we had. One year it was guinea pigs. Like my science teacher let me bring the guinea pig home for the summer. That was a highly coveted position. And then we were on vacation. We went to the library and found out the guinea pigs only last 3 or 4 years. And Handsome was already like 5 years old. We were on pins and needles, but he made it. He actually lived a long time. Okay. Ooh, I like it already. Ugh. Yeah, I think with the paper, with this pattern, oof, I just love it with the no extra stamping on it. Yeah, Miss Bell would not let just anybody take Handsome home for the summer. So we were very paranoid that he wasn't going to make it. All right. Ooh, I kind of want that down here. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's add these gems. I am happy that these are coloring nice, because I was worried, with the color, like that they're already a blue. Let's put these up here. But you want to pick the lightest shade and to color those. Now, so this one, this green, I think that's really Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana, but so if I wanted to make that a darker green, I would pick these. Ooh, I like it. Sparkly and gemmy. And of course the glitter is all over the paper. Ooh, I love that. All right, that's number 3. All right, sailboats. All right, let me get this away. This. All right, Night of Navy. Now we're definitely going to use the blueprint or the blue water pattern. I really do love it with the Pacific Point and the Night of Navy together. All right, so I've got Night of Navy, 5.5 by 8.5. Oh, and I did something different with this class. I finally made a Google form. So before, thanks, Cindy. Before I would say like, oh, just email me if you want to sign up. But now I'd rather just use the Google form and then I'll get an email. And that has all the details too. And that link is in the description on both the videos, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. So I like that. Okay. So white for the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. Then I've got Pacific Point. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the designer paper, just down a 1/8 of an inch. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm just going to glue this on. All right. Now this little piece, ooh, I love it. Oof, I love it. Eek. Okay, now I've got 2 little pieces. White, 2 by 3 1/4, and navy, 2 1/8 by 3 3/8. So I just went up 1/8 of an inch. Now, if you do not have, let me see, I'm going to do these. I was going to do the lighthouse from here. Sailboats could fit. So I just wanted a little something. Actually, both the sailboats could fit, but I want the lighthouse. So if you don't have this set, just use anything that will fit in here. And if you have a lighthouse that is bigger, that you can't fit the whole thing on this piece, you can have it hanging off. Like you could have it just partially on here. And actually, I want to get as close to that edge as I can because I want to add the a thanks right there. All right, so we're going to stamp this in Night of Navy. And then I'm actually going to add some color with Pacific Point. Okay, so I need Pacific Point. So I don't have Stampin' Blends in Pacific Point, but I know I did this maybe a year or so ago where I used a Q-tip and alcohol, and it kind of gets a similar effect to a Stampin' Blend. All right, so Night of Navy coming in right there. Hopefully that's good enough. Oh, yeah, perfect. All right, I'll clean that up later. So what I want is a block. And I'm just going to make like an ink palette. So just smash some ink on a block. And then we need alcohol. This is the right one. And a Q-tip. So I wanted to add just a little bit of color here. I'm not going to spray it. Let me just dab it in here. So get your Q-tip wet with alcohol, 91%, and just grab some color up here. This is really juicy. I want to go like down here. So it kind of fades out as if you were, if you had alcohol in like an aqua painter, you could do that. Hey, Marcia. And then I just want a little bit of color right down here. And it's fading, it's getting lighter as it gets used up. But that's all I wanted, was just a little bit of color. Let's just do a little right down here. Neat. So, yeah, I was doing something the other day, and I thought, I was looking through all my blue markers. I'm like, man, I hope they give us some new Stampin' Blends colors. I could really use a Pacific Point. Okay. Ooh. All right, I'm going to have to put something here because I just got my hand right on it. So I wanted to do the greeting in birds. Yeah, you know what? Birds might have to go there. That's a little low for birds, but doesn't really matter. All right, birds are going to have to go in black. I'm going to have one here. Okay, that mostly covered it up. And then we'll go here. I feel like let's add another one. Okay. right, clean this off and actually get my glue. So for the greeting, I'm going to actually stamp that in black as well. I wanted the little thanks. And we're going to put that right there. Nice. Okay. Now if you had, actually, you know what? If we have a little scrap of white left over from something else, we can stamp that and have it hanging off, but I just want it to stick right there. All right. As I get yet another block. You know what? No, I need this one that has lines on it. Tell you, my table is a mess by the time I get through with these. All right, eyeballing, eyeballing. I think that's good. All right. Black, yep, perfect. Okay, hopefully. Okay, that works. Nice. Okay, now we're just going to glue this together. I'm thinking, is that crooked? I think it's a little bit crooked. It's not the end of the world. I say that, but I probably will go back and redo this. Ugh. All right, let's get this on here. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I want to pop this up, and I'm just going to use my foam tape that I've got 2 more rolls of. Oops. I did not mean to hit that. Apologize. So when I finish this, oh, we were right on time, 9 o'clock. I'm going to show you the project that I made. It's another like folio kind of thing. And that is going to be like the bonus tutorial in the tutorial for anybody that gets the class packet. And you will need your own supplies for that. I'm just giving you like the video and the instructions for how to make it. Yeah, Darlene, new blends are overdue. I agree. I mean, they give us in colors, but you know what? Another one I really would like is Gorgeous Grape. I feel like we don't have a shade of purple like that in any of the other colors. Because last week I was trying to use, I needed Gorgeous Grape, but I used Blackberry Bliss. It's just not the same. And Highland Heather was too light. Like, boo. It's like the Goldilocks of Stampin' Blends. All right. Ooh, is there an up and down to this? I feel like this is up. Okay. So let's wiggle this around until I'm happy that it's straight. Okay. Good, good, good. Hold that in place. And then this one, I'm going to pop up with some dimensionals. So it'll be extra tall. And I have no worries that it won't ship. It'll fit in the envelope just fine. And then, of course, we're going to add some gems because we have a whole pack of them. And I'm going to need to get another pack of dimensionals. This will do for now. Yeah, Peggy, I love the, I mean, the patterns, they're just, ugh, so good. And the colors, I kind of want this like down in the corner. Okay. Oof. I love it. All right, now this time I'm going to use, I'm going to stay away from the green ones because there's not any green in here. And this, so I'm going to stay away from these two because these are like greeny. So just like from these ones. So, big one, little one, let's go medium, and then another big one. I like that there's so many different sizes in here. There's like some big ones, medium, and then mostly small, but that's fine. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get another 6, and ooh, I feel like I need to keep these kind of even. That's just me being anal. All right, and then one down here that will maybe catch an eye. Ooh, I like it. So look at all that blingy blingy. I love it. All right, so these are our 4 cards. Actually, let me get this ink out of the way and the Versamark. And I better put this somewhere where I don't put my hand right in it. Or one of my cards, even worse. Okay, so let's go back. Here's our cards that we made. These are the first 4. Tomorrow night we'll have another set of 4. So this kit, you're going to get 8 cards and envelopes and your pack of gems. Actually, let's put these like this so we can get them all in here. And let me look up. Yep, that's mostly in there. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the extra tutorial for the extra project. So this is, thanks Julie, thanks Darlene. This is a 4x8 folio. So you need, if you want to make this, the materials, actually I've got it listed in the Google Docs. So I used 12x12 paper. So you could either get the Brights pack or the Subtles pack. It'll go, there's colors from both of those packs in the Waves of Ocean. You'll need your own Waves of Ocean paper. And I suggested the pool party ribbon because that's what I use, but you could have any ribbon you want, really. But I thought the pool party, it works no matter what colors you use anyway. So I use Seize the Day. You could use any other Sea Life stamp you need. It's mostly just the papers. And then this was the only real stamping I did. And then Friends, I used, that came from the Biggest Wish again, but notice we don't have Friends. We have Friend, and then we have Thanks. So I just kind of like eyeballed where I put the ink on the S and get Friends. So then we open it up. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. And you could add pictures. You could add belly bands with, you know, tuck stuff in. You could add more writing. This, I've got a, I finally got some magnets. So I did some stamping here with the idea that you could put a picture here and then write a message here. And this can hold a gift card. It can hold, you know, anything you can slip in here. Margaret, it's $35 and that includes the shipping to get it to you. So you get the 8 card kits, the pack of gems, the shipping, and then you get the, included in the tutorial is a link to the video that I show you how to make this. But you don't get the materials for this part. You just get the actual how-to, okay? And then I did a little stamping on the back. And I like that because I like to run the ribbon along the back and then cover it up. But this is pretty sturdy. And I like the size, 4x8, because I thought if you wanted to print pictures, you wouldn't have to cut them down very much. Although I would want small pictures so it doesn't cover up all the pretty paper. So neat, neat, neat. So that's our bonus project for instructions. And then we will have 4 different cards tomorrow. Okay. So thanks for hanging out, you guys. That's it for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow at 8. And if you have any questions, just email me or message me on Facebook. But the link, again, is to the Google form for sign out is in the description. Okay. Thanks again. I will catch you guys later. Bye.